So I think the World Bank Land and Poverty Conference provides a unique global opportunity for most countries to dialogue from a policy perspective some of the current land governance challenges and learn from one another. It presents an opportunity then to compare policy alternatives in terms of how best can we reform land governance systems in different jurisdictions and in different countries. So while we are here, I'm here representing Transparency International Zimbabwe. I work for Transparency International Zimbabwe. So I think TI, we have a keen interest in land governance because the land sector itself is so vulnerable to corruption. So we are here to put across a message and sustain dialogue on the impact of land corruption on all current initiatives to better improve land governance. So we are here to put across that message and to call upon stakeholders to invest time and interest in looking at the impact of land corruption and what needs to be done to it.
Comparing Zimbabwe with other Southern African countries, would you say we are progressing or we are digressing?
I think we are derailing. We are off the track. We are off the track. Why I say so? I think, as informed by the paper that I'm here to present today, if you look at Zimbabwe and South Africa, you tend to see that South Africa's urban planning seems to be in line with the current discourse on the new urban agenda, where we see an attempt to connect the cities. We see an attempt to invest so much in the actual planning of the city itself. So you go to a city like Johannesburg, you go to a city like Cape Town, you can see that the mobility and transport is well coordinated. Then you go to Zimbabwe, you see the mushrooming of new urban settlements that are not planned at all, like on Arlington, the likes of Caledonia. So it bears testimony that Zimbabwe needs to do more in terms of its urban and rural land governance sector.
Can you just give an overview of the presentation that you are going to make this afternoon?
Okay, so unlike in the past where our thrust was on looking at the impact of land corruption on women, this time around we are presenting a paper with Corruption Watch South Africa and Transparency International and TI that looks at the impact of land corruption on the attainment of the new urban agenda and sustainable developmental goal 11. So I think that the thrust of the paper is trying to influence dialogue and discourse on how the attainment of SDG goal 11 and the new urban agenda is dependent on the eradication of land corruption. So we are coming from the premise that while the new urban agenda and SDG goal 11 provides an opportunity for many countries to address land governance challenges and urbanization as a problem, that can be off the target or that cannot be attainable if land corruption is not kept or is not confronted. So we are here to present data or evidence on the manifestation of land corruption, not only in Zimbabwe, but in South Africa as well. We have some anecdotal evidence on land corruption in Kenya, land corruption in Zambia, land corruption in Gambia. So what we are trying to call upon is all the key stakeholders that have an interest in SDG Goal 11 and the new urban agenda to at least invest time and resources in understanding the nuances around land corruption and its impact.
Do you think this type of conferences can help Zimbabwe change?
The conference can help Zimbabwe change, but I think the key question is when can the change come? And just like everyone else, I'm not so sure when the change will come. We are long waiting for the change to come. But then I think it provides an opportunity for the technocrats whom I've seen here, the Zimbabwean technocrats from the Ministry of Lands, from the Land Commission, to learn from their peers. So, because I think when we are back home, it seems as if this is an issue being put forward by civil society or being put forward by this group, this interested group. But when Ministry of Land Zimbabwe compares itself with Ministry of Land South Africa, I think there is that influence and that determination that at least we can do better. Why can't we learn from our peers?
I've listened to one paper that was saying it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
All these resolutions and these ideas are on paper, but practically it's not possible.
Yeah. So the biggest hurdle that most countries in the global south face is this animal that we call political willingness. So I think our leaders know what needs to be done, but the current leadership that we have, not only in Zimbabwe for instance, but in many African countries, they lack this progressive intent to see their countries grow. So for as long as we have this type of leaders with this current mindset, I think change will take long to come. But that won't stop other key actors with an interest then to have dialogue about it and to push some of these leaders. I think while change is so difficult to come, but at least you can catalyze the change process.
Thank you so much.